So hi everyone. Today I will be demonstrating you a very exciting Python AutoML package called as PyCaret. So PyCaret is one of the best AutoML packages that is available, which can help you build automatic pipelines for any machine learning problem. So we will be first of all starting with classification in this particular tutorial. So let's get started. So first of all, you need to pip install PyCaret and then import PyCaret.classification import star. So this will import all the required functions for a classification problem. Now next, what I'm doing here, I'm loading the Titanic dataset and eventually we will be building an AutoML solution over the Titanic dataset. In the next step, I am like splitting the particular dataset into train and test just for getting the final metrics as well. There are minimal things that you need to do. So this is a setup that you need to provide. Data equals to train and target variable. So as you can see in the train, we are not separating the target variable. It is present and we're mentioning that this is the column name for it. That's it. After this, you don't need to do anything and everything would be taken care by PyCaret itself. And the best part is the visualizations are pretty good and eventually a number of customizations that you can provide is great. It provides you with a lot of options. So let's get started. So once you have set up the setup for classification, we will first of all showing the comparing different models. Now, before it starts comparing different models, it gives you a analysis about the data also and what hyperparameters it is using internally. So a few of them that you can understand is target survived, target type it is able to take, original data shape, transform data shape. So basically, some pre-processing is already done by AutoML PyCaret also. So if you wish to disable it, you can pass this particular parameter into the setup, rows with missing values, what is the imputation type. You can change this algorithm as well. I will be talking about the different parameters that can be used. Here you can see that what are the things it is automatically doing. Numeric imputation is done using mean and categorical imputation is done using mode. Imputation means filling the missing values. One hot encoding it is also doing for all the categorical variables. Fold generator is stratified k-fold. So fold generator is basically if you're not providing a test data set, validation data set in the compare models, so eventually it would be opting for k-fold method. And a lot of other parameters that you can pass that I'll be discussing later on. So here you can see that generates a pretty good comparable table with all the key metrics for classification, and it also highlights which model has performed the best for which metric. So here you can see that logistic regression has given us the best results with an accuracy of 82% and F1 of 74%, and rest of the model performance is also mentioned here. Now next, as we have selected the model, the next step would be to tune the parameters, right? So in this case, we will be tuning the parameters. You just need to create model with the best model that we have got from the compare model function and then eventually call tune model. So once you look here, you can see that the metrics have improved. The F1 score was somewhere 74% is now 75. The recall has also jumped by a percent. So after fine tuning, the results have improved. So now we have got the fine tuned version of a logistic regression that has worked best for the particular data set. Now time to get results on a test data set also. So this is also very easy. This is called predict model. Tuned model, pass a model and the data. That's it. So you get all the metrics again. You can see that we have scored about 84% of accuracy and F1 is 78%. So it's pretty good. And it is also able to build a confusion matrix for us for further analysis. So this was a very baseline solution that you can for classification that you can go build using PyCaret within say 5 minutes. I think we did nothing, compare models, then fine tune it, and then get results on the test data set within 5 minutes. It won't take much time. Now talking about some parameters that you can pass additionally, and this is very important because you can see that you can pass the name for ordinal features, numerical features, categorical features explicitly as well. It is auto detecting it, but if for example it is not, if you don't want it to auto detect because there might be mistakes at times, you can pass these parameters as list to this parameter, this particular parameters also, which features to ignore, pre-processing is required or not, create date columns, day, month, year. So all everything is getting taken care by PyCaret itself. Imputation, how to impute numerical values, how to impute categorical values, many options, text features, TF-IDF to use for text features, maximum encoding. So because for categorical data you would be going for one hot encoding internally. So what the default is 25, but you can increase this also. Many other features you can see. Feature engineering can also be performed where it is developing some polynomial features for you. How to select features, low variance threshold. So variables which has very low variance, almost constant columns, they can be removed using this particular parameter in the setup. Remove multicollinearity, a removal of outliers, fixing imbalance. If this is by default false, but you can set it as true, and then you can set the method as well, whether transformations are required or not. Normalization is required from your side. You can also perform PCA. You just need to pass a parameter, and that too variety of PCA it provides: kernel, incremental, linear. So feature selection is also there. So this is how PyCaret is pretty good. I think I was using it for one of my use cases, and the results are just mind-boggling. I think you can provide a lot of hyperparameters also to the setup to make it more complicated and check out your performance as well. But I think going with a default setup also the results are pretty good, and it's worth trying out any day. It will save you a lot of time. Thank you so much.